Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this smoky tube top. It's very gorgeous and also easy to make. I'm going to be using this Ankara fabric for this tutorial, so you can use any fabric of your choice. That totally depends on you. So the first thing you want to do is to get your bust measurement. You're going to measure your bust and add 10 inches to whatever you get. So this fabric is my bust plus 10 inches. And then the length you want to use totally depends on you. For me, I used a length of 14 inches. Here, so I'm just going to measure 14 inches, but what I have here is 15 inches because I'm going to use half to turn the upper part and half an inch to turn the lower part. Also, you're going to be needing an elastic thread. So this elastic thread you are going to put in your bobbin. So you have to unroll this into your bobbin. You cannot use your machine to do it. You have to use your hand to unroll it. That's what I did. So I just unrolled this into my bobbin. Okay, so next I'm going to pin the upper part with my half an inch seam allowance and the lower part with my half an inch seam allowance. So next I'm going to go to the sewing machine and run a straight stitch on this. So here I'm using a regular straight stitch with my normal thread, not the elastic thread, just the regular thread with a straight stitch. You should have something like this after sewing. So now I have finished sewing the upper and the lower part of the dress. So next I have to put my elastic thread in my bobbin, and then I'm going to change the setting on my machine to the longest stitch. That is number 5. It's number 5 on my machine, and then I'm going to start sewing. So I'm sewing on the exact place I stitched the straight stitch. That's where I'm sewing again. The first hem allowance I made, that's the exact point I'm stitching on. So after the first stitch, this is what I have. It doesn't really look like it's elastic, but you have to keep sewing, you have to keep going to give it that gathered look. So the first couple of stitches will not give you that gathered look that you're looking for, but just keep going. So you're going to make sure you are stitching straight. After a couple of stitches, this is what I have. It's already coming together gradually. So I'm just going to keep stitching like this. So the more you stitch, the tighter it becomes. The more you stitch, the more the fabric comes together. So you're going to use your hand to sort of open it as you are going. You keep spreading with your hand, just the way I'm doing it here. Just ensure you're using your 2 hands to open up the fabric so that you can stitch. So after sewing a lot, this is what I have. We are not done yet, but we are almost done. From the inside, this is how it looks. Okay, so I'm just going to continue the stitch. Take note of how I'm opening the elastic with my 2 hands, and also don't forget to back stitch at the beginning of your seam and at the end of your seam, because you don't want your seam to come off. So here we are finally done sewing round the fabric. So after sewing everything, this is what I have. You see the fabric has actually become smaller, way smaller, but don't worry, it's going to stretch out. So from the inside, this is what I have. So the next thing I want to do is to close the sides. So you're going to put the 2 sides together, and you're going to remove your elastic thread and put your regular thread, and then you're also going to change the setting on the sewing machine back to the normal sewing, not the long one you used for the elastic. So you're just going to close the sides. Next, I'm going to iron the top. So you're going to grab your water bottle and sprinkle water on the top, and then you're going to iron it. This sort of makes the elastic thread to lie flat. So that is it on how to make a smoky tube top. If you are not subscribed to my channel already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button now and turn on the notifications so you get notified each time I upload a new video, because I upload sewing tutorials here every week. Thank you so much for watching. Until I see you next time. Bye.